Welcome back, everybody. My name is Pritesh with Kaizen Crypto. Thank you all so much for joining. I hope you guys are all doing well. Today, I've got the unique opportunity of speaking with Dumpling. She is a stake pool operator for Fika Stake Pool, and she's also representing Yifu Pedersen. So, Dumpling, thanks so much for joining. How are you doing today?
I'm doing fine, Pritesh or Kaizen. Thank you for having me. Very excited to talk to your audience. And hello, everyone. Hope you're keeping chill in this market dip day. Find the dip.
Yeah, it's very nice to speak with you. I guess today, as far as what we're going to be talking about, so you guys are doing some really cool things with jewelry. So big fan of that. Just a unique fact about me. So I actually worked in the jewelry industry for quite a while. So something that's very interesting about what you're doing is, you guys are having this type of line of jewelry that represents Cardano. So I wanted to talk about that a little bit. You also have some really cool things going on with your Catalyst proposal. So you're actually helping to bring awareness to the markets in China for Cardano. So that's also very interesting. So I guess to get started, Dumpling, would you be able to tell us a little bit about the team?
Yes, absolutely. So I'm representing Yifu Pedersen. We are three people currently. I am Dumpling on Twitter and Bullish Dumpling, and I'm the SPO of Fika Pool. So little note here, many people ask me, what does Fika mean? Because they're confused. It's not English, it's not Chinese. It's actually Swedish for coffee, cake, and socializing. And that's the story behind Fika Pool name. And obviously I'm Dumpling and I can't name my pool ticker, Dump, because that would sound really weird. That's why I picked Fika. And at Yifu Pedersen, I am the owner, the co-founder, and in charge of the supplier relationship on the jewelry side. Within the Cardano community, not only do I run a stake pool, I'm also trying to build a Chinese community for Cardano. So what I've been doing is I've been creating Cardano videos in Chinese for the Chinese-speaking people. So not just limited to mainland China, but much more than that. There are Chinese people all over the world, people in Taiwan, Malaysia, Singapore, and even Scotland. They are very interested in Cardano. So I've been doing that. And also I am involved in the governance of Cardano. I make proposal on Project Catalyst for Fund 4 that is called Cardano China Info Hub, trying to expand Cardano to the Chinese-speaking community and help Chinese-speaking people know more about Cardano. And so that's what I do for the community and for Yifu Pedersen. The second person we have on our team is Lead Time Noel. He is the SPO of Nani Pool, the Japanese word Nani, but he's not Japanese. He is a Scandinavian engineer. For Yifu Pedersen, he is in charge of the tech side and strategy side. So he would do things like minting NFTs on Cardano, designing and testing our bidding bots. Lead Time Noel is also very much engaged with the Cardano community. For example, he is the lead author for a Project Catalyst proposal, Fund 4. The name of the proposal is The Great Filter. And finally, we have our third member of our team. Her name is Eva. She is the SPO of Ginger Pool because she's a ginger girl. And Eva is our social media marketing manager for Yifu Pedersen. She's a Swiss architect, so she's from Switzerland, but currently she is reading her master's degree at Oxford University for art history. So three of us on Yifu Pedersen team, we're all SPOs and we're all very much engaged with the Cardano community in different ways, like content creation, community building, and participating in governance program. So that's a little bit about the team.
I see. Very interesting. Okay, so you guys have quite the team that's working on this project. So I guess to talk a little bit more about what you're doing with the Chinese community, would you say that as far as interest in Cardano, because I noticed that you've got your proposal, the China Info Hub, so that looks very interesting. Could you tell us a little bit about the interest for Cardano in the Chinese community?
Absolutely. So a little background here. Cardano is really not talked about, particularly in the Chinese-speaking community. For some reason, the Chinese-speaking, for example, crypto influencers, they just tend to ignore Cardano. They just skip Cardano whenever they're talking about top coins. And there could be many reasons. But I want to mention is that people are very interested. So for the 2 months I've been creating video content, 2 months is a very short time. But for example, my channel is already ranked top 2% in one of the largest Chinese video platforms. So the interest is absolutely there. And for example, another example, about 90% of the delegators are attracted to my pool because I make Chinese content. So people not only like Cardano, they're willing to spend money to invest in Cardano. So what has been missing is the Cardano information. People have this language barrier. They don't have enough information, and the influencers don't want to talk about it. So I think it's a perfect time for somebody to step in to create accurate information, not just pump information, accurate Cardano project information to educate people. And from what I hear, people are very thirsty for Cardano information, and they're super calm. Like today is a huge red day. They're just saying, ADA is holding so strong. I want to buy more. So we can say, yeah, Chinese speaking people, they would get into Cardano if you just give them the right information.
Yeah, absolutely agree. I feel like that also resonates a lot with what we're trying to do, just creating educational content, because a lot of new people coming into crypto right now, they see the days like we're having, like you mentioned, today is a red day. It can be pretty difficult for people who are just looking at the price to stay in crypto when they see things like that. It's very easy for them to be discouraged or shaken out. But it's nice to see what you're trying to do is really bring about education for why blockchain technology can benefit people. So yeah, it's very interesting to see that. As far as your Project Catalyst proposal, wishing you the best with that. Hoping that we can talk a little bit more about that in our podcast today. But I wanted to briefly just change gears and talk a little bit about Yifu Pedersen. So this is a really cool series that you're putting together. I noticed that you're also wearing the pendant that you guys are producing. So it looks very nice. Now the series looks great. And as far as how this came about, could you tell us a little bit more about that?
Yes, absolutely. A little bit of backstory. Before we started producing Genesis series, I already started my jewelry business, specializing in helping specialty stores and individual clients who love custom-made gemstone jewelry. So I already have this knowledge and connection within the jewelry business. And then three of us came together because I'm sure, Kaizen, you could relate as a Cardano lover and believer. You do want to express your love for Cardano, right? And you do that in ways, for example, online, you make your videos, and for other people, they talk about Cardano on Twitter. But what else can you do? Can you go out to the street in real life? What else can you do? Maybe you can wear a t-shirt. And then we started thinking as Yifu Pedersen, can we produce something more, create something more than t-shirts and coffee mugs? There are already people who are doing this fantastic job, for example, the Cardano Hotel, giving people a channel of expressing their love for Cardano in real life settings. And that is the idea that inspired us to create this jewelry series. And then we look deeper. Okay, we could create rings, we could create bracelets, but can we do something that's unisex, that's not limited to day or night, that can fit in almost every other outfit? And then we started brainstorming, and that's how we have this idea of pendant, brooch, lapel pin, all together functionality. And it doesn't matter what physical size you are, you can all wear it. And it doesn't matter if you're wearing a dress, or if you're a man wearing a suit, or if you're wearing a t-shirt. That's the story behind the Lovelace Genesis series. And we see this not only as a cool series of jewelries, but we think it's much more important that this series is an extension of the Cardano value, is that things are built properly. Cardano has a lot of cool values that attract people, but I think the most important one is it's built properly. It's not, let's just rush, get there and done. So we hope that this properly made series of jewelries will make people feel proud and proper that they're expressing their love for Cardano.
Absolutely. So I think it's really cool what you've come up with is almost like a way to be able to represent Cardano in a physical aspect. And it's nice because what you've done as far as your target group is that you've made it so it's almost like a one size fits all, right? You have this like a pendant, but then it can also be used, like you said, as a lapel or a brooch or something like that. So very nice to see that. Now, what is special about this series also you mentioned is that it's kind of like a one of a kind thing. So could you tell us a little bit about why this is unique? Will you ever remake this series? Is it like a one-time deal?
Yes, so we will not remake this Lovelace Genesis series. The series has 25 of these pieces, but regardless of the success of the series, we're not going to remake them. This is a celebration for Cardano values and also for Mary Hartford, thanking it for enabling us to mint native tokens. So when we say this is limited edition, we mean it. We're not going to recreate it. Of course, it doesn't mean we will not keep making Cardano-related jewelry, but as far as this series goes, it is one of a kind with its own NFT, each and every single one of them.
Gotcha. Okay, and this series is called the Lovelace Genesis series. Is that right?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, that's awesome. Now, as far as the so you had mentioned NFT, so I wanted to get into that very briefly. But before we do, so as far as this Lovelace series, so you said this is kind of like a one-time thing. This is to celebrate what we're expecting very soon with Gauguin and all that kind of stuff. So now, as far as this series, can you tell us the materials, the quantity? You said it was 25 pieces. So, like, what is going to be the way for people to, I guess, gain value from this in the sense that, okay, these are unique pieces to the Cardano blockchain. So, could you tell us a little bit about the materials, functionalities, and then how does the NFT aspect also kind of tie into that?
Yeah, certainly. So as far as material goes, the entire line, 25 of them, they are all made with solid silver with a layer of thick 18 karat gold plating. And when I say thick plating, I meant that it is about 5 times thicker than what you would usually get for normal silver jewelry with gold plating. So it is about 5 times more durable, but it is about 5 times thicker, so it is meant to last. 25 of them, they are all plated with 18 karat gold, but 6 of them are plated with yellow gold. So color-wise, they look a bit different. The rest of the 19 pieces are coated with 18 karat white gold. And 6 of them are named after Ada, Basho, Byron, Gauguin, Shelley, and Voltaire. So they are named. But the rest of the 19 pieces are also named. They're named after the Roman numerals of their number. For example, number 8, 9, 10, and all the way to number 25. And they're all hand engraved on the back side and on the side of those pendants. And as far as the NFT goes, each and every single one of them does have an NFT minted on Cardano. So when you go to our website on Genesis series, each image is clickable, and the link will lead you to the policy ID and all the metadata on pool.pm. So you could see all the information there, and you can see that it's native token minted on Cardano, and everyone is a unique token. And to answer your last question about the functionality, this is very versatile. So you can see I'm wearing it as a pendant. When we ship this out, it will also come with a silver chain. So out of the box, you can already wear it as a pendant. Also, there's a closing mechanism with a needle. So you could wear this as a brooch on your shirt. You could also wear this as a lapel pin on a suit. And we have tested the durability and strength of the needle and the closing mechanism. So you could wear this even on a thicker jacket or a larger suit. So that is no problem. And therefore, this is truly, for everybody, men or women, no matter what size, no matter day or night when you go out, it doesn't matter really what season you want to wear this.
Awesome. Yeah, that's very cool. One thing that really fascinates me is the NFT aspect behind it. I think a lot of people, they associate the term NFT with digital artwork. And in this case, what you have is you actually have a physical representation with the actual jewelry. And then what's being represented digitally is the NFT. So being able to verify that this individual piece is authentic, that it's unique. So I really like that aspect. I think it just adds to the use cases that we'll see for these non-fungible tokens. So really nice that you guys have implemented that as well. Now, I'm really curious to learn more about the pricing and how you guys are selling these pieces. So you mentioned that there are 25. And then I've also saw that your auction is going to be starting on the 24th of June. So can you tell us a little bit about how that's going to work?
Yes, certainly. So we're selling this through an auction. But in contrast to normally how you would buy it through Discord bidding, we have designed our own Telegram bidding bots. And the starting price, we are going to start the auction with a starting price of 1,899 ADA. And yeah, you can participate in the auction. And when you were outbid, you will obviously get automated notification. So the entire process is very streamlined and automated.
I see. I gotcha. Okay. So we'll be sure to leave those links down in the description if anybody's interested in learning how to place a bid in these auctions. So really cool to see that. Now, as far as what you guys have planned for the future, so this is going to be your Lovelace Genesis series. Now, can you tell us a little bit about some of your other projects that you've got going? I heard that you also make other customized jewelry. So can you tell us a little bit about that as well?
Yes. What we do is mostly very boutique service. We are catering to people who love gemstone jewelry, and in particular, they want to be much more involved in their jewelry creation process. So what we do is that we don't do mass production. Our clients usually come to us with a specific budget and style in mind, and sometimes even a particular kind of stone, even down to the color details. And we will be able to give the entire customization process. Let's show some examples of what we have created for some of our clients then. So here you can see this is a friend slash client. He's from Denmark and he's asked us to design an engagement ring for his Danish fiance. So with his budget, we worked out a pink sapphire ring that you can see. It's a beautiful pink sapphire ring. And he was involved from start to finish, picking a stone that he loved and picking the style. The entire process was customized for him. And the result is she said yes. So he's obviously very happy. And when we say customized, we really mean it. So men can also get pieces customized for them. So here you can see it is a pair of men's cufflinks with a pair of blue sapphire and white diamonds on it, engraved with the owner's favorite quote. And that is what we do. And mostly, so that is what we do. Lovelace Genesis is a celebration for Cardano. And what we do normally is fine gemstone jewelry that is fully customizable.
Okay, that's really awesome to see that. Let's just to consider that you guys not only deal with the jewelry like we were seeing with the Lovelace Genesis series, so you've got the silver with the gold plating, but you've also got gemstones. So I wanted to talk a little bit about that. Now, with these other pieces of jewelry, is there an NFT aspect built into those, or like how is one able to know the authenticity of the gemstones?
Yes, that's a great question. Thank you for bringing that up. As far as the authenticity element goes, so what we think, we should really imitate blockchain. It should be trustless. For example, you shouldn't take our word for it. That if we say it's a sapphire, don't trust us. So we use third-party, trusted, internationally recognized institutions to give us a verdict. Okay, this is a sapphire and it's unheated, untreated, and we work with the most prestigious laboratories that do gemstone testing, for example, GIA, GRS. But also, when customers, they have a preferred lab for testing their stones, we also could satisfy that need. And that is for the traditional sense of getting the authenticity. But we also make NFTs that is minted with the metadata. So, for example, your GIA certificate tells you this is a diamond with such specifications. We would take that information and mint it on our NFT as imperishable proof of ownership and authenticity. So normally on high street jewelers, you get a first layer, you get an in-house certificate. And then when you get a tier higher, you get third-party internationally recognized labs. And we would take it 1 inch beyond. We would mint NFTs on it, so you could pass it on for generations to come.
Wow. Yeah, very interesting. GIA is the Gemological Institute of America. So they do a lot of the certifications related to grading of gemstones, authenticity, and whatnot. So nice to see that you've incorporated some of those in your NFTs and being able to authenticate these gemstones. So really cool, exciting for the Lovelace Genesis series. Dumpling, learned a lot from this. Is there any closing remarks related to this series of jewelry?
Yes. I would like to add what kind of people this series will be right for. Obviously, we're just like Cardano. Everybody can coexist in the ecosystem. So everybody is very welcome to our bidding or auction, but I just want to add about, we think 3 groups of people would mostly love this series. And the first group of people would be those who have always wanted to have a high quality Cardano merchandise in its physical form, and they could wear them out to different occasions. We think this could possibly be the largest group of people. And the second group of people who will love this series is those who want to speak about Cardano, but they don't want to be, on the nose about it. They want to inadvertently, very low-key, understated, show people the love for Cardano. And we think, okay, maybe you could even be an introvert and wear a Cardano lapel pin. We will recognize you, you're one of us. And the last group of people would be, if you love NFT and if you love jewelry, now you have NFT combined with jewelry. You got best of both worlds. So if you love any of those elements, you're very welcome to participate in our bid, or even just try out our bidding bots. It's a new creation, and we hope you enjoy this process. It's the experience that we hope you take out of that you most enjoy.
That's very cool. Yeah, absolutely. Very exciting to see that. So, Dumpling, thank you so much. I really learned a lot from our conversation today. I will be sure to include those links that we had mentioned down in the description. So if anybody's interested in supporting Yifu Pedersen, and if you want to go ahead and grab yourself a nice Cardano Lovelace Genesis series jewelry pendant, you can do so. But thank you so much, Dumpling. I really enjoyed the conversation today.
Thank you, Kaizen. And take care.
Okay,
Talk to you soon.
take care. Okay, bye-bye.
Bye.